Retro Gaming Club.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 30th of December. I know we're ever so close to New Year now. Tomorrow, in fact. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so there you go. Looking at a great game today called Super Stardust. Now, if I could say it properly, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Super Stardust. AGA. So this is the 1200 version, and if you've got an A1200, it's going to be worth your time. So we'll go through that in a momento. So I'm gonna just reference something that was put on my comments from the Shinobi video. The intro is AI, and I'm fully aware that AI has created the music, AI has created the song part, the singing bit. I have created the lyrics. So that would make me more of a songwriter or lyricist. So I do apologise if I've pissed on anyone's cornflakes. I have not composed anything. I do apologise if that has wound people up. I've never claimed to be a composer. But my autistic brain just came out with the word composed. I do apologise. But anyway, let's get back to the review, because that's what I am. I'm a reviewer. There we go. Anyway, so we're looking at Super Stardust on the Amiga 1200 today with its AGA chipset. And I remember playing the original on the A500, actually. There's Stardust and there's Super Stardust, and this is the Super version. So, let's just figuring out how to move this around to get onto the next level. It's not working with joysticks, so just bear with me a moment while I fiddle around with this and get us onto the next level. Anyway, are you all ready? Are you all ready for tomorrow night? Are you going to be partying, or are you going to have a nice quiet one? Me, it'll be a nice quiet one. My kids are going back to their mums on New Year's Day, and they're going off on holiday for a week after that, so I'm going to have some peace and quiet, and quite looking forward to that, but I digress. Anyway, so I found out how to do that. You use the arrow keys. There you go. Arrow keys to select levels. Now, this game looks and plays very much like Blasteroids. If anyone remembers that game on the Spectrum Amstrad and C64, you'll know what I'm talking about, but you only get the one ship with this one, I think. I don't remember having more ships on the Amiga version, but I could be wrong. I think on Blasteroids, did that ever get an Amiga release? Because that was a really good game. The thing with Blasteroids is that you could play that with two players, and you could also... the clever thing with Blasteroids, and I will say, I'm not even playing Blasteroids. I must do, though, unless I already have done. This is 721 videos, and I really can't remember what I reviewed and what I haven't. I need to go back and have a look. But if I haven't, basically, this is like Blasteroids on acid. It's great. But the thing with Blasteroids, it was two players at the same time, and the ships you could change at any point, and if you were multiplayer, your ships could combine. So if you had the big ship, the little ship could jump on top and all that stuff. Anyway, we're not talking about Blasteroids. We're talking about Super Stardust AGA, so I do apologise. But look at it. It's lovely. It's beautiful. The backgrounds are lush. There you go. It's a word I really don't like, but I'll make an exception in this case. But look at it. The colours are lovely on this game, and the rendering of the ship's quite nice as well. So it's like asteroids, blasteroids, whatever you want to call it. It's basically that. So you go around all the levels, and when you get to the end level, you then will encounter a sort of a time warp tunnel, which will take you to your next set of missions, which is great. But if you've not played this game, it's about time you did. It's a great game, and I think if you enjoy asteroids and blasteroids and anything else with the word oids in it, apart from hemorrhoids, then I think you'll enjoy this game a lot. Now you can see that you get tokens that come off the box, so each one has a different symbol or a letter on it, which will tell you what it is. I'll tell you now that if you play with the music on, it's really, really hard to actually hear what each token is for. So I will, because I'm pretty much sure I'm going to be losing at some point. and having to start again. So if I do, we'll start it without music, and we'll go with just the vocals, because then you can hear what all the upgrades do, etc, etc. But G, I believe, is for guns, P, I think, is for points, E is for energy, S is for shields. That's a big swirly ball of fire. That doesn't need any introductions, but yeah. And we'll look at the UI as well. We haven't got much to talk about, but in the top left-hand corner, we've got our score, how many ships we've got left, which in this case is 0. And then in the bottom right, you've got your energy and your shields. Now, your energy is basically how much hit points you've got until you explode and lose one of those precious lives. And shield is, well, it depletes your shield. So we'll talk about that. You do have a shield in this game, which is quite cool. Now, the way that you do that is you just flick back on the control pad or joystick or whatever you're using, and you'll activate your shield. Now, if you drain your shield, then obviously you won't have a shield left to play with, so just be careful. Now, you can play this game in any order. So you saw earlier on with the levels, you don't have to go in 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go 1, 5, 2, 3. You know, you don't have to go in any particular order, which is quite nice. I like that. I like that. But if you're feeling like a noob like me right now, because I haven't played this game for years, but if you're thinking along those lines, then it's best to start with level 1, go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and do it that way. So there we go. We've got to put our name in the Hall of Fame. So Retro Gaming Club, there we go. And Super Stardust, let's have a look. Shall we? Let's have a look. Let's just have another go with the music on, because the music's actually really good. So I'll tell you what, let's talk about sound and music now. The soundtrack is amazing on this. It's got a really thumping, literally a thumping soundtrack, which will really pump the atmosphere up when you're playing the game, and it kind of really gives you that sort of vibe, which is great. And that was never to be repeated again, my impression of this game. Soundtrack, there you go. But it's glorious. This was also released on the CD32, so you can imagine that the soundtrack on that is going to be phenomenal. Maybe I'll look at that down the line as well. Would you like to see the original Stardust as well? Just for comparison's sakes and, well, review sakes, because not everybody had a 1200 back in the day. I think that's the beautiful thing about emulation, though, is that you can now, if you didn't have a certain computer or console back in the day, you can now have one virtually emulated on your PC. And emulation has grown so good over the last few years that it's really difficult to distinguish from the original. Now, I use emulation, and I'm quite open about that, because I like to preserve my actual computers. I have got an array of them all locked away in a safety, in a place of safety, and yeah. But this way, I don't damage my consoles or computers, and I don't damage my software. So there we go. But it certainly does enable a lot more people to be enjoying the retro scene, which is brilliant. I like the fact that we got a lot more sort of newer generation playing our generation of games, and it always makes me laugh when they say, "God, it's really hard, these games." I'm going to tell you now, Manic Miner. If your kids can complete Manic Miner, buy them a PlayStation 5. Trust me, your money's safe as houses. Anyway. So yeah, sounds great. The music's very good, and you've also got a great array of sound effects as well. So when you actually blow up an asteroid, you get a nice big booming effect coming through there, which is really cool. You have gunfire effect, you have everything else. Now, like I said, the speech is a little hard to hear when you've got the music pumping up. So, like I said, we will have a look at that in a bit. G, you can upgrade your guns. I think to a certain, you can upgrade them 3 or 4 times before it just becomes points, but here we go. This spinning thing really doesn't want to leave me alone. So there we go, you get an accuracy count as well. I got 24 shots there, which were accurate out of 100. So there you go, there's another thing for you to do. Anyway, controls are nice. It's basically joystick, one button, and then you use the arrow keys to select the levels on the level select screen. Oof, I'm getting bashed around like a pinball here. That's not fun. No. Oh dear. Right, there you are. That will happen. So there you go. But controls are easy. So basically, you get a controller and you rotate left and right. You don't actually you don't fly in the direction that you're going in. So you rotate left and right. Up will thrust, and then you've got down for shield and fire for fire. Nice and easy that. Now I'm going to put the music off and I'm going to pump the lives. I think can we have up to? Can we have more lives? There we go. There we go. Right, so we can have 5 lives. Let's do that, and we'll carry on. So let's ditch the soundtrack and let's listen to the actual sound effects, which are nice. And you get all the speech as well. Everything that you collect has got a speech sample attached to it, which is really nice. So just be on the listen out for those. Now, you might not hear them with me talking over the top, but I'm hopefully give you enough footage afterwards for you to hear it for yourselves. Oh, there you go. There's your gun power-up. Anyway, so graphics, sound, controls, absolutely on the money here. Now, it is a one-player game, but again, you have a score, so you can always make that into a challenge with your friends, and yeah. That's one way of making this into a multiplayer game. So there you are. The playability of the game, absolutely on the money. You will absolutely come back to this one because it is very, very playable. It's a very enjoyable game, and I'm sure you will find this an incredibly playable title. As far as replay value goes, of course it's replayable. It's very, very good fun. The mark of a good game is when you want to come back, even if you've completed it and you want to complete it again or whatever. That's a mark of a decent game that's been in your memory. What I'm going to ask you now, guys? What is your favourite game that what's your go-to retro game of all time? Which game is it that you think of and think, oh yeah, I played that to death when I was little, or younger, or yesterday? Let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear from you. So there you go. And age ratings, because who's not going to want to fly around a little spaceship blowing up asteroids? Oh yes, indeed. So yes, any is the answer to the age rating on this game. And that about rounds it off. Now, I probably won't get one out to you tomorrow because it's New Year's Eve, and you guys will all be prepping yourselves, so I will try and get one done for New Year's Day. How about that? So how about a little hangover therapy? I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'll see how well I'm doing on Wednesday. I will be sober as a judge anyway because I don't drink, so there you go. But yes, I will hopefully be with you on Wednesday. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very peaceful and happy New Year's, and I'll see you all again in 2025. It's quite exciting, isn't it? But yeah, I hope you all have a safe one. And guys, as usual, you keep it retro. And as normal, it's bye for now. I'll catch you on the flip side. Ta-da then, guys. Bye-bye.
Three-way power up. Point. Extra life. Fuel power up. Engine power. Freeway overload. Freeway overload. Energy. Point. 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 Engine power. Power up.
Welcome, stranger, I know why you're here. You remember games from the yesteryear, games with pixels and that bleep bloop sound, but boy, they were the very best games in town. We light up the night, neon dreams in our eyes, arcade machines whispering low, pixelated worlds where we all come alive, level up high, let the good times flow. Joystick in hand, we're reliving the past, high scores and laughter, we're making it last. With every coin drop, we're forging a bond, in this pixel paradise, we'll always respond. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit dreams never fade away. Gaming to the beat of our favorite tunes, let's play till the dawn, we'll never lose. Neon lights shining, we're lost in the glow, in the Retro Gaming Club. Let's go, let's go. Flashback to battles, we'll play side by side, power-ups and hearts, love in disguise. We'll race through the levels, collect all the coins, in this timeless adventure we're waiting to join. Crashing 8-bit beats, igniting the night, from pixels to dreams we'll take flight. With every button pressed, our spirits ignite, in this retro wonderland everything feels right. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the